I'd like to call Marty Bryant. Just in.
Do you promise to testify not to get both faithfully and truthfully conform to the facts and rules of the contract?
Can you please state your first and last name for the clerk?
Marty Bryant,
Okay, Marty. Where do you go to school?
Illinois University,
How old are you?
19 years old,
And what do you major in at Illinois?
fine arts.
Okay. Are you a part of any clubs at your university?
Yes, part of the Export Club.
4S Club? And can you briefly explain what the 4S Club is?
It's a group of about 20 members, and we like to collect street signs.
Okay. And was Chris Donovan a part of that 4S Club?
Yes.
And can you point him out here today? Okay. The last time you met with the 4S Club, did you talk with Chris at all?
Yeah, after the meeting, we stayed out here and talked about the lack of interest of collecting street signs. Chris Donovan said that he was only missing a wrong do not enter sign.
The wrong way to enter sign? Was that just like
hearsay?
that wrong way to do not enter sign? Could that be the same one as the one of the I-10 offering? Okay. And so was Chris still interested in taking street signs?
Yes.
Okay. What was Chris wearing that day?
He was wearing a white shirt and a golden burgundy jacket.
Okay, no further questions.
Cross-examination?
Yes. Hello. Isn't it true that Chris Donovan initiated a conversation about the disinterest of stealing street signs?
No.
Well, isn't it true that you steal street signs?
Yes.
Okay. And at the time before the sign went missing, isn't it true that you did not have the do not enter sign in your collection?
I don't collect those types of signs.
Isn't it true that you enjoy illegal activities like this?
I like to collect street signs with names on them, not necessarily street signs that can put anyone in danger.
But you did attend the 4S Club on the day of the incident.
Yes.
Yes. So that day at the 4S Club, when Chris was talking about taking the sign, did you encourage him to take the sign, or did you say it was more dangerous? And
We told him it wasn't a good idea and it could lead to danger.
no further questions.
Alright, could you call your second witness, please?
I'd like to call Randy Smith, please.
Yes, sir. Do you promise the testimony you're about to give will faithfully and truthfully conform to the facts and rules of the Montana Constitution?
What's your name?
Andy Smith,
Where do you live?
975 Oakview Lane, Illinois.
How often do you jog?
3 times a week.
Are you familiar with the Interstate 110?
Yes.
What did you see on the night of the accident?
I saw a suspicious man approaching the do not enter sign, and he was wiggling.
What time did you see the suspicious person?
About 8:15.
What was he wearing?
Burgundy and gold and an Illinois University sweatshirt and jeans.
What was he doing when you approached the Interstate 110?
He was just wiggling aside from behind and staring at it.
When did you notice that the sign was missing?
When I was heading back and I got a leg cramp when I looked back and saw the sign.
Did you come in contact with any officials?
Yes, it happened.
Can you point out Chris Donovan? That's all.
Frank Smith, isn't it true that you did not see who put the sign? Isn't it true that Since you were unable to directly see the witness, you wouldn't have been able to see what they were actually wearing.
I didn't see the face, but I saw the figure.
No further questions.
Call your third witness, please.
Your Honor, the prosecution calls Officer Pat Jones to the stand.
Raise your right hand. Do you promise the testimony you're about to give faithfully and truthfully according to the facts and laws of the bar trial publication?
Good morning. What is your name, sir?
I'm a detective with Santa Eleanor Police Station,
Your name, sir.
officer background,
And your occupation, as you just said, is?
a detective. Santa Eleanor Police Station.
Now, at work, what were you doing on the day of July 11th, 1997?
I was just sitting at the station. I got a call by the accident.
About whom?
I was at the station. I got a call about an accident
An accident.
by a doctor named Randy Smith.
A jogger named Randy Smith. And what did you do nearly the next morning after the accident?
Early the next morning, Marty Brand had came into the police station and
So by this time you were?
objection, Your Honor, narrative.
That's not a narrative answer, it was a specific question, Your Honor. So you were investigating and you were investigating and who came in?
Marty Brand.
Marty Bryan. And what were they testifying, or what did she testify?
He gave me information about Chris Donovan.
And where did you go afterwards in order to investigate such person?
After she gave me information, I went to Chris Donovan's house.
And describe briefly the events that transpired right when you came to his house.
We knocked on the door and he answered. We asked him a couple questions and I saw the do not exit lamp, do not enter sign leaning up against the wall.
You saw this where, again, in his house?
Leaning up against the wall. Any questions?
Thank you, Your Honor. This was near the front door, you were saying?
Yes,
It was in plain view.
yes.
And after you saw the sign, what were you doing?
After I saw the sign, I immediately arrested him.
And do you feel that you used probable cause when you detained him?
Yes.
And can you confirm that Chris Donovan's fingerprints were on the Interstate 110 sign that was taken from his house?
Yes.
Can you also confirm that the sign that was in Chris Donovan's house was the sign that was missing from the Interstate 110 off-ramp?
Yes. Objection, Your Honor. Any questions?
You can confirm that?
Yes.
Let the record show that Chris Donovan's fingerprints were found on the sign that was missing from the Interstate 110 off-ramp that night. No further questions, Your Honor.
Did you question Randy Smith at the time of the incident, yes or no?
Yes.
Did you have a search warrant to enter Chris Donovan's house, yes or no?
No.
Objection, Your Honor. There is no basis on whether or not he should have a search warrant because he had probable cause, as I just said.
Sustained.
No, thank you.
Last witness, please.
Your Honor, we call Reese Parker to the stand. Raise your right hand. Do you promise the testimony you're about
Can you state your name and age?
I am Reese Parker and I'm 47.
And what is your job title?
I'm a traffic controller for the city of Santa Eleanor.
What are your main duties as a traffic controller?
I check and maintain the conditions of the street signs in Santa Eleanor.
Okay. And what were your duties on the day of the accident, July 11th, 1997?
I was assigned to check the west side of the city, all the street signs on the west side.
And which side of town includes the 110 off-ramp side?
The west side.
Okay. What time did you check that that sign was there?
I checked around 5 p.m.
Okay. Your Honor, I asked that this item be moved into evidence as People's Exhibit number 1 and request that the court so admitted. And what time do you suspect that the incident took place?
Between 5 p.m. and 9:30.
And how is the sign secured?
The sign is secured by 2 standard metric bolts on the back.
And how did you know that it was that sign that was taken?
Every sign in Santa Eleanor has a barcode indicating its location.
Okay. And can you point at the defendant today? Were you asked to examine the evidence?
Yeah, I got a call from Pat Jones asking me to come in and see if the barcode matched the location of the 110 ramp.
And did you see the defendant take the sign?
Yeah.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Once again, can you explain your main duties as a traffic controller?
I check each traffic sign in the city to make sure it's in good condition.
So are you aware of the California Vehicle Code section 21464?
No.
Can you please read this for the paragraph for the jury?
26 to 36.
26 to 36.
No person shall, without lawful authority, deface, injure, attach any material or substance to knock down or remove, nor shall any person shoot at any official traffic control device, traffic guide post, traffic sign post, motorist call box, or historical marker placed or erected as authorized or required by law, nor shall any person without lawful authority deface, injure, attach, or any material or substance to or remove, nor shall any person shoot at any inscription, shield, or insignia on any device, guide, or marker. Any willful violation of subdivision A which results in injury to or the death of a person is punishable by imprisonment in the state prison or imprisonment in a county jail for a period of not more than 6 months, and by a fine of not less than $5,000, no more than $10,000.
Thank you. So by this California Vehicle Code, isn't it true that this case is not able to sue Chris Donovan for murder?
Objection, Your Honor. I move that the witness's testimony about what she just read be stricken from the case because the witness has been shown not to have personal knowledge of the matter.
Your Honor, can I explain? She is a traffic controller and this is a vehicle code that is in fact valid with her job description.
Your Honor, the fact's not on the record that she knows of this.
Your Honor, this is part of her job description. While she might not know of it personally, this is in her job to know. Reese Parker, did you see Chris Donovan